Hey my tie-dyes, it's me Tyler and I'm back for another video. Guess what, you guys? It's time for another documentary review. Hey, documentary review. Hey, documentary review. Hey, it's time for another documentary review. Hey, documentary review. Hey, documentary. Today's documentary review is going to be about the documentary Tiger King. It is all the quarantine craze right now, y'all, because it's a rather long documentary. First and foremost, it's very long. It has a few episodes, and I think the episodes are like 40-some minutes a piece long. So it is a lot of information to digest, to say the least. But it's a lot going on in this documentary series. Limited series, mini series, docu-series. This, y'all, this documentary puts me, it's very reminiscent of the very first documentary review that I did, which was about the Juggalos and the Juggalettes. I don't know if any of my ride or die tie-dyes is watching this and y'all know the Juggalos and the Juggalettes that I reviewed. This is very reminiscent to those people. It's about a group of people in Oklahoma, and they all, in one way or another, have these huge animals, these exotic animals, these tigers, these lions, ligers, monkeys, lemurs, all type of different exotic animals these people own. Some of them have their own zoos. Some of them have these animals in their homes. Some of them travel with these animals. It's a whole lot of things going on with these animals, but these animals are the primary focus of the documentary. Even though it was a lot of people who did this line of work that they mentioned in the documentary, it was mainly about these two people and their feud. One of them's name was Carole. What was Carole's last name? Excuse my husband, he in there playing the game. What was Carole's last name? Dog, I cannot think of Carole's last name. I'm gonna put it on the screen. But Carole such and such and Joe Exotic. So here's how it all came about. It started off with giving like this small summary on who Joe Exotic was, and he owned this small zoo in Oklahoma. He had a small kind of home-based zoo where he let people come pet his tigers. He hired different people that came up off the street to come help him with his different animals. He had like over 197 tigers at one point in time. And he used to take them to different malls and stuff so people could pet them. He used basically his tigers as his money source. And he had like a whole bunch of them in a small area. I'm sure, yes, he had them in a small area where tigers, you know, it's not a lot of room for them to, you know, live out their nature, I guess. Tigers like to roam around and have a lot of space. And Joe Exotic, his zoo definitely did not accommodate that, like wildlife. But, you know, I will say this. I feel like in the beginning, Joe really cared about his animals. And he was not trying to harm them. He was definitely just trying to love on his animals, be cool, and make his money from his animals. And I mean, he didn't necessarily have the space that he should have had to have all of those animals. And I don't want this review to turn into like whether I think all like breeding animals and stuff is cruel or not, but I will say this. I think that Joe Exotic, if you're going to be mad at him, then I feel like you should be mad at people at the circus and other places that do it. Because that's basically what he was doing, the same thing that the people from the circus do. Or a traveling, you know, whatever the hell. Like, whatever, a petting zoo or whatever, he was doing the same thing. All of them can let them animals free, but none of them do because they want to make their money. It is what it is. So, with that being said, Carole, she used to do the exact same thing that Joe used to do. She used to breed her tigers, sell them, and all this and that type of stuff with her husband. She didn't really like selling the tigers, but she loved tigers and animals, exotic animals still. Word on the street is she killed her husband, which I say yes. I say yes, the bitch did it. From all the little clues, they said her brother was on the law enforcement. They was trying to say it didn't have, the reason why she got off didn't have anything to do with her brother. It had everything to do with her brother. It had everything to do with the amount of money they had. It had everything to do with everything. Them tigers, all the land that they had, because her husband was very rich and he had a vast amount of land where they kept their animals. So she feels like, I don't know. She feels like it's wrong to have those type of tigers, those type of exotic animals in a small enclosed space. She feel like it's wrong what Joe was doing, like having them travel, having the tigers travel, have people come pet them. She felt like all of that was wrong. She was trying to get different laws passed so he couldn't work. She was going around telling, let me backtrack. So Carole's husband died and she decided not to breed her animals no more. And now she run a rescue mission for tigers. She said all her tigers that's there have been rescued. And everybody else saying, no, them tigers wasn't rescued. You bought them just like everybody else bought their tigers. But that's to be argued about. But anyway, so Carole asked, she trying to get Joe and all the other animal people shut down, but she really have her sights on Joe Exotic. And she called all the malls and everything to try to get him shut down, try to get his money, like stop his money, get his money shut down and stop so he could stop breeding his animals. And Joe really took it to heart. First of all, this man was on drugs anyway. He was on meth and coke and all types of stuff. He was like a real hillbilly. Like I told y'all, they gave me real Juggalo and Juggalette vibes. Like they was wilding. He had like 2 husbands that wasn't even gay. Oh, and another thing to touch on the animal cruelty part, he was giving his tigers food from expired food from Walmart, and they said he was selling pizza with the expired meat from Walmart too. It was just a mess. Joe was just a mess. I wanted to like him though. I wanted to like Joe because I feel like it all started with good intentions, but he just was a mess. So Carole done picked the fight with Joe Exotic, and this fool is a fool. Do you hear me? Like he done made 57 vlogs about this lady, literally 57. He did 57 episodes about Carole. He kept talking about how she killed her husband. He made blow up dolls about her, like blow up dolls pretending to put dildos in her mouth and shoot her. Just a mess. This man was crazy, but Carole did start with him first. And I don't know how to feel about that. I don't think Carole is a good person. I'm going to say that much. I don't think that she is above all of those other people that were, breeding their animals and that have their animals. Carole, I feel like she is just lucky enough and blessed enough to have enough money, to have enough space for her animals to call it a reservation or whatever she want to call it. I feel like if she didn't have enough money or enough space, she would be in the same predicament as those other people that she trying to get closed down. I really do, because I feel like she would still have exotic animals like she did. They didn't always live, in on this big, vast body of land or whatever the case may be. They still had exotic animals. So I don't think Carole is innocent by far. But Joe Exotic definitely did take it too far. This man just went crazy. He started losing his mind after she had him up in so many lawsuits and all type of stuff because he tried to steal her name for her reservation from his show, because Carole got more followers and stuff than Joe do. So he tried to mirror her imagery so people could come to his shows. It was just a mess. the whole thing was just a mess. Like her little slogan and stuff was called Animal Rescue, so he named his show Animal Rescue. Like, it was just a mess like that. He just was going tick for tack with this lady, and I really feel like that led to his ultimate demise, and it led to him losing his mind. Now, y'all, it is so much more to this story because I can't even get into all the tomfoolery and ratchetness and hillbilliness, ghetto ass redneck mess that this shit is in one video, but I definitely want y'all to watch it because it was a mess. Extortion going on, conspiracy for murder, because Joe ended up going to jail for paying somebody to kill Carole. Carole ain't never get killed, but Joe still ended up going to jail. He ended up losing his damn zoo to this other crazy man. I don't know. It was just girl. It was a hot boo-boo mess. And on top of all of that, Joe ran for the governor of Oklahoma and he ran for the president of the United States. Like, he just did a lot in his life. He made music videos. He had music videos with his 2 straight husbands. He made music videos about Carole killing her husband. One of his husbands left him for his secretary. The other one shot himself in the head. And he performed at the boy funeral, and then 2 months after that he got married to this other young boy and invited the other boy that died mama. It was just a mess. It was a mess. Y'all, I don't even know how to properly review this mess. It was like so much. It was so much information that was giving you. And y'all, I'm only sticking to Joe and Carole. It was so many other lion people. It was so many other exotic animal lovers and caretakers in this mix. Like, it was arsony involved. It was fires. It was... what I gather is Carole definitely killed her husband. She's definitely not innocent. She is in the same boat with the circus people, with Joe Exotic and all those other people that have them exotic animals. I do not find her different in no form or fashion. She still makes money off of her animals. They still are not free to go wherever they want to go. And all I have to say about Joe is, like I said, I think that he started off with good intentions. He just wanted to love on his animals and make money, but he a hillbilly feeding them animals sour meat and stuff. Just a mess. He just a mess, but he tried. And one thing that I can say, and one thing that I did learn from Joe Exotic is live your life. Because meth aside and crack aside and like cult mentality aside and animal cruelty aside, he really lived his life. Like, he did a lot of different things. He made videos, he had vlogs, he had a zoo, he traveled, he did all this different stuff. He didn't let nothing stop him. Granted, he was a narcissist and a sociopath, but I'm just saying, he didn't let a lot of things stop him. And that's one thing that I can take from Joe Exotic is, do you live your life out loud, do things, don't try to murder anybody, but do you. Like, do everything that you want to do. You want to be a singer, sing, you want to sell your merchandise, you want to run for the governor, you run for the governor, you want to run for the president, you run for the president, you do it. And every little thing kind of didn't work out because he in jail now, but he have a story to tell. They have made a documentary about him. They had to break this junk up in several parts. It was so much. Every day, he sees the day. He carp damn, bitch. He sees the day every motherfucking day, bitch. You live your life, okay? Live your life to the fullest. That's what I got from the documentary. And Carole, You ain't right, sis. You really ain't right. Joe was wrong and Joe was crazy and all them other folks was criminals and stuff. But you ain't right either, Carole. You just want to be the big cat queen. That's what you want. If y'all watch the documentary, let me know what y'all think. And guys, if you are on the fence about watching it, because y'all, I would have never watched nothing like this. If we wasn't quarantined and having a lot of downtime right now, I probably would have scrolled by this so many times. And this what would have happened. My best friend Fred, she would have said, girl, it's some shit on Netflix about these tigers and these folks with these zoos and shit. Girl, you got to watch it because she always find the good documentaries, man. She always, shout out to her. So yeah, I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about it and comment below. And if you like this video, make sure you like and subscribe and you turn your notifications on so you know when I post. And I love you guys and I'll see y'all later.